We're here on a petition to establish paternity and would like to start by having Exhibit A, which is the DNA test report, admitted in as state's evidence.
Ms. Lenore, do you have any objection to me admitting State's Exhibit 1?
No, ma'am.
Okay, State's Exhibit 1 is admitted into evidence.
Thank you, Your Honor. At this time, I would like to call Ms. Machuca to testify.
You may do so.
Thank you. Ms. Machuca, where do you currently work?
Office of the Attorney General, Child Support Division.
And how long have you worked for the Office of the Attorney General?
6.5 years.
And what is your job title and job duties?
I'm a child support officer. I review cases for establishment enforcement, calculate wages, and review and help negotiate for CSRPs and for docket cases.
Does your job include calculating what current child support, medical support, and retroactive child support would be?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you have a chance to personally review this case before the court?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you personally did you come to calculations for this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Could you identify what's been marked as State's Exhibit B?
Do I have a copy of that?
Yeah, I uploaded it on Thomson Reuters.
Okay.
Okay.
It's a calculation for retro child support judgment. It's a sheet that we use to calculate, to mark.
Okay, did you find it, Your Honor?
Yes.
Okay, so Exhibit B, I'm sorry, could you say that again?
The calculations for retro child support judgment.
All right, and okay. And is it at the usual course of business to create this type of document?
Yes.
And is it maintained in the usual course of business of the Office of the Attorney General?
Yes.
Your Honor, may we offer in State's Exhibit B the calculation for retroactive child support?
Ms. Lenore, do you have any objection to me admitting State's Exhibit B?
No, ma'am.
Okay, State's Exhibit B is admitted.
Thank you. Ms. Machuca, could you testify as to what the retroactive child support would be for the child in this case, who was born July 22nd of 2024, Rhea Amoraci?
Okay, based on the age of the child, we only did 6 months of 2024. We were able to determine that his wages were $2,149.85 gross, with a net of $1,895.41 based on 20%. Child support calculated to $379. So for 6 months, that totals out to $2,274.
I have a question before we get too deep into this. August, September, October, November, December, wouldn't that be 5 months?
The child's born in July?
July 22nd?
Yeah. Okay, so we need to change that to 5. We're going by the,
And I can't testify to that. That's just what your pleading says. I don't know if it's accurate.
yeah.
Remove a month.
Yeah, I guess I did it wrong. I need to do it with the 5 months. So let me do that real quick. 21, I'm sorry. 379 times 5. Okay, it'll be $1,895. Okay, and for 2025, for 3 months, didn't do the 6 months. Can I recalculate at this?
Right, just basically take off one.
Yeah, you're a witness. You can't ask questions. I'm not sure what's happening.
Okay, so for 2025, calculated 3 months of wages at the gross of $2,299.04 with the net of $2,017.16 with 20% at $403 a month. For 3 months is $1,203.
So what was the total amount of retroactive child support you now have?
$3,483 and no credit given.
Okay, so we're including
No, I'm sorry, let me correct myself. because we changed 2024 to 1895. So that's 1895 plus 1203, $3,098.
Okay, is the state asking for a child support retroactive judgment of $3,098?
Yes.
Is the state asking for that to be paid out at $70 a month beginning July 1st, 2025?
Yes.
Now there's a document marked as State's Exhibit C. Could you identify that document?
It's a child support calculation worksheet.
And did you have a chance to personally review this and create this document in the usual course of your business?
Yes, based on current support.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
Your Honor, may we admit State's Exhibit C in as evidence?
Ms. Lenore, do you have any objection to me admitting State's Exhibit C?
No, ma'am.
State's Exhibit C is admitted.
Thank you. And Ms. Machuca, what is your conclusions regarding what current child support and medical support should be starting July 1st, 2024?
Current support, based on the monthly gross income of $2,299.04. The child support should be $383, and medical support should be $103.
Thank you. Pass this witness.
I have a question about this too, actually. Maybe I just don't know what this means. It's for A on this exhibit, it says monthly 2299.04, and this is less 281.89, I believe. But then the breakdown just shows 103.
Right, for medical insurance?
Yeah, so wouldn't B be just 103? Why is B more than just that?
The taxes. Looks
Oh,
like.
it doesn't say that on the.
Yeah, it says less, but I don't know if I was, that's the
I gotta
taxes.
see. Yeah, I think that's what the taxes. Let me.
Okay, that could be clearer. Okay. So the taxes are 281.89,
Um,
89, and then the medical is 103.
yes. Let me. I can. Oh, I can't double check on that.
Are these the same wages you calculated for the first quarter of 25 on retro?
He ran with a Paw Patrol.
Yes.
All right. So is the state asking for current child support to be set at 383 starting July 1st, 2025?
Yes.
And is the state asking for medical support to be set at $103 beginning July 1st, 2025?
Yes.
Pass the witness, Your Honor.
Ms. Lenore, do you have any questions for Ms. Machuca? Ms. Lenore?
I'm not sure. Maybe. No, Your Honor.
Okay, you may call your next witness.
Okay, I'll call Ms. Lenore's. Ms. Lenore's, are you in agreement with current child support at $383 beginning July 1st, 2025?
I have a question. Is that
Well-
is that including the?
No, I'm breaking it down.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you're in agreement with current child support, $383 a month?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you asking the judge to give a judgment for the retroactive child support of $3,098 to be paid at $70 a month?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you asking, well, and what type of health insurance do you have for, Rhea?
Medicaid?
And are you asking to be allowed to maintain that and have the medical support be $103 a month?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, now, are you, in agreement with, living with your daughter in Galveston or any county that touches Galveston County?
Yes, ma'am.
With, Mr. Kunkel paying, court costs by June 9th of 2026?
Are you breaking up? I think I
Yes,
missed
ma'am.
a whole lot of stuff.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I shouldn't be. Can you hear me?
You're
I
coming in
can.
and
It
out.
was skipping for a little bit, but I can hear you.
Yeah, and you know what she's asking you.
Is
I
it
don't,
better?
so
I don't know. I'm
if
at the,
can't hear her and I can't hear her. It's
I'll
It
start
is
over.
better
Is this
now.
better?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay, so, and you're in agreement for Mr. Kunkel to pay court costs, by June 9th of 2026?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, are you asking the court to name you sole managing conservator of your daughter?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, when was your daughter born?
My daughter was born July 22nd of 2024.
And has Mr. Kunkel ever met her?
No, ma'am.
What has he told you about, your daughter and how he feels about her?
When I first reached out and let him know of the pregnancy, he told me that he would not be involved. He first tried to force termination. And yeah, I just haven't heard back since then, despite my efforts to reach out throughout the pregnancy and even after.
So other than these court proceedings, have you had any communication or contacts with him?
No, ma'am.
And are you the person who makes all the day-to-day decisions for your daughter?
Yes, ma'am. She lives with me.
And has he ever asked to see her?
No, ma'am.
If he were to be granted some visitation or what's known as possession and access, what type of visitation would you want for him to have?
Very limited. And if it did come down to it, I would prefer them to be supervised with me there. Only because of my concern. I don't know how he will handle, I guess,
So would
the
you be,
situation.
okay, would you be comfortable supervising him at your residence?
At my residence, no, ma'am.
Then where would you want these to take place? Like at a public park or, you know,
Preferably, yes, ma'am. But I don't know if, honestly, I don't have any issues, but I don't know if that'll work out. Only
Okay.
because he hasn't reached out and communicated thus far.
So are you asking the judge to give him no visitation?
If it's possible, I would like no visitation. I just didn't know if I had that choice. Yeah, so if I didn't have the choice, I would just ask for it to be limited and supervised. But if it were up to me, I would say no visitation.
And
Only,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
oh, I was just going to repeat myself only because of, the lack of communication, and he made it clear that he did not want to be involved. So I don't want to kind of force it on him, I guess, in a way.
Okay, and if the judge were to court order supervised visits, you stated you would do it, but where? Where do you want them? Like, do you have the name of a park, your residence or your mother's residence? Where would you want them to take place? You have to, give us some ideas.
Right. Honestly, I'm not sure. Like, I don't have a specific place. Maybe a park would be nice. A specific park, I'm not sure. But yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Am I allowed to say that I don't?
Ma'am,
Well,
you're
I'm
allowed to say whatever you want. My ruling will be up to what I have to follow Texas law, and I have to look at the best interest of your child. But you can say whatever, I mean, you should say your honest answer, whatever your honest answer is.
Okay, because my honest answer, I'm not 100% comfortable with the visitation, even if I am there to supervise.
okay. Has there been
Then you have
any?
to do your job and ask why, because
Yeah, exactly. So why do you feel uncomfortable if you had to, I guess, be alone with him in a park or at a Starbucks or something? Why are
Um, I guess I just don't know how he'll handle the situation, being that we haven't had contact thus far. And I don't know if it'll be a case where we're like sitting there and maybe there's like some, well, I can't say disagreements because, you know, I don't want there to be any friction. I just don't know how that's gonna go. And I'm just going based off of what he has said to me in the past regarding the pregnancy and the baby.
Okay, before your daughter was conceived, were you in a dating relationship with him?
Yes, ma'am. We were exclusively dating.
For how long?
We were together for 3 months before I've gotten pregnant.
Okay, and was there any hostility between the two of you, or did you ever, any physical violence?
No, ma'am. No violence, no hostility. We actually didn't have any issues. I didn't think that it was going to end in that, honestly. I don't know how much I can say, but I thought once I told him that it would be a together thing because of how the relationship was. So I was honestly surprised.
All right, and nothing further past the witness.
Okay, ma'am, I don't believe what you've told me will support me not ordering any visitation. I don't know if you all need more time with her in the back to discuss options.
I'm so sorry, Your Honor. It's a little hard to hear you, like your volume's really low.
Okay, I do not believe I've heard enough testimony to order no visitation, Ms. Hernandez, nor do I believe I've heard enough testimony to come up with a visitation plan. I don't know if you all need more time in the back to come up with something and maybe discuss options with her more.
So
I'll ask her. I thought we had already, but I'll readdress.
Closing that puts this all in a boat for me, that'd be great. But I'm not sure where it's going.
Okay.
hold on, baby. I'm so sorry. For some reason, like the volume is really low now, and I kind of missed most of that.
Yeah, Your Honor, why don't we take a pause and I'll speak with her in the back and we'll address the internet issues as well. Okay?
Sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. 10.